1935, during the middle of the Great Depression, to a young couple that had been married under a year, I counted. His mother was only 19 years old, and he weighed 3 pounds, I learned tonight, 3 pounds in 1935. The doctor suggested that he might not make it, but he did, thus clearing hurdle number 1 in his long and very active life. His early childhood was spent at Chattanooga, then off to the country of Panama, where his dad, my grandfather, your great-grandfather, was one of the engineering minds behind the construction of the Panama Canal. You may have heard of it. Upon his return to the U.S. in 1946, he resumed doing the usual kid stuff, then on to high school, where he was kind of a big deal. He was an ROTC captain, held a starring role in the senior play, One Foot in Heaven, and worked behind the scenes as a bulldog, controlling the audio and visual components of school productions. In 1953, he graduated from high school, then left for the bright lights of Knoxville and the University of Tennessee. After deciding that veterinary medicine was not his cup of tea, he settled down to attend classes at the College of Liberal Arts, pledge Kappa Sigma, and court our mother. They married in 1957, then set off to repopulate the earth during the next 10 years. By the time he was 29, he had a wife, 4 small children, a house, and a big boy job. As his workplace successes grew, so did our houses. From Radmore to Westbrow Terrace to Tally Road, then Shady Hollow Lane. Somehow, keeping our family intact in spite of the challenges of raising 4 children so close in age. I think his temperament contributed greatly to our parents' marriage, lasting over 50 years. That and their agreement that whoever left had to take the children. During those years, there were camping trips and lots of travel to the homes of unsuspecting relatives that lived in cool places, allowing us to see and do things that many of our contemporaries did not. I'm pretty sure we were the only kids in our neighborhood that went to a live bullfight during that hot summer in Mexico City in 1968.
That was the 68 Olympics, too.
It was a busy year.
Exhibition with bullfighting. Can't beat it.
While
7 years old.
While juggling his career and fatherhood, he held leadership positions at church, made many lifelong friends, and played lots of tennis really well. He was a mover and a shaker behind the scenes in local and state politics. Recently, I ran into our former congressman, a long-term congressman, who introduced me to his wife as Rufus Williamson's daughter. The last 10 years have brought the usual challenges or opportunities to our father in only the way a life well lived will. In 2014, Daddy lost his sparring partner of 56 years. But in true Rufus fashion, he picked himself up, dusted himself off, and met the wonderful Marie. She has been a blessing to him and our family, and I'm thankful he was plucky enough to find love again. This brings us back to his song request. I don't want to set the world on fire. Well, too late, Pops. You already did. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm not going to refer to him as Mr. No Problem.
Yeah.